Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's outlook, we start with Japan's Nikkei 225 index. It staged a strong comeback after setting at a 3-week low in the previous session as the Japanese yen weakened 0.3% versus the US dollar in a rally in an early Asian trade. Dollar yen was last quoted at 123, a day after hitting its lowest level in 2 weeks following comments from Bank of Japan, who said that the currency's real effective exchange rate is unlikely to weaken further. China's benchmark Shanghai Composite Index nursed modest losses of 0.3%, even though the release of April fixed asset investment, as well as May retail sales and, of course, industrial production that also matched expectations. In Hong Kong, the Hang Seng Index moved up 0.8%, a day after tumbling almost 1.5% on the disappointment that mainland-listed A shares were not included in the MSCI in the emerging market index. Australia's S&P 200 index touched a 1-week high after data showed that the economy added 42,000 jobs last month. The figures beat expectations for the addition of 11,000 jobs, helping the Aussie dollar that rose a quarter of a US cent to 0.7772 versus the greenback. European equities opened lower Thursday as the standoff between Greece and its creditors showed no signs of ending. Greece also continues to dominate the headlines as a deal on reform and debt between Greece and its creditors continues to elude both parties. Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras heads into talks with his country's creditors on Thursday after promising Germany and France that he will step up efforts to find a formula that can release financial aid. Meanwhile, also in Europe, in the United Kingdom, investors will react Thursday to Finance Minister George Osborne's Mansion House speech on Wednesday night, in which he outlined plans to ensure future governments maintain a budget surplus when the economy is growing. He also said that the UK government would start selling its stakes in the Royal Bank of Scotland in the upcoming months. Gold in the commodity sector held firm near its highest level in a week on Thursday after a 3-day rally sparked by a weaker dollar and safe haven bids from the Greek debt crisis. Gold was a little changed today at 1185.75 an ounce in the Asian session. The metal closed up 0.8% on Wednesday after hitting a 1-week high of 1192.10. Traders are now awaiting for U.S. retail sales data later in the day for more clues about the strength of the economy and, of course, how that will affect the Federal Reserve's monetary policy. Crude oil in the energy sector futures fell on Thursday as the World Bank cut its global economic forecast, ending a 2-day rally triggered by a sharp U.S. inventory drawdown. In its twice-yearly Global Economic Prospects report, the World Bank predicted the global economy would expand 2.8% this year, below its 3% outlook in January, with, of course, India recording the biggest growth in major economies for the first time, ahead of slowing China. U.S. crude shed 23 cents to trade at the moment at $61.20 a barrel. Today's calendar, major releases at 12:30, U.S. retail sales, also along with continuing and initial jobless claims. That's all for today. Keep an eye on the calendar. Important events. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.